GM, what's going on, guys? Let me go ahead and fix this. A little fucked up over there. I think we should be good with that. I think you guys can hear me. Everything looks good on my end. But yesterday we had a great show with Solana Made Simple, powered by Zeus Network, and we talked a little bit about staking with Marinade Finance. We had Nikki on there diving into, basically the reasons why, some of the benefits, and what you can kind of see down the pipeline when it comes to Marinade Finance, and why you guys should be staking your Solana. Bottom line, there's incentives, rewards, and the Marinade token as well. There's some benefits and proposals in play. But guys, it's been a bullish morning, man. I've been in a few different spaces this morning. It was the bull vibes, catching a vibe over there, getting the morning started. And then I got to jump into a conversation with On-Chain Foundation. I think that's the name of them. Bunch of chads in there talking about the ecosystem. It was Ethereum versus Solana, and a bunch of different takes, perspectives. I love those kind of conversations and roundtables where you get to discuss different topics. Bottom line, and this is a good one because it's not like it used to be, in my opinion. I think there's still some people that hold on to it, but it's not Ethereum versus Solana. It's like one or the other, because Ethereum, in my head, when I think of Ethereum, I even include L2s. I include anything branched from or forked off of that chain. So like when you look at Solana, one of the arguments was, they haven't built outside of the box. Well, that's kind of true-ish, but not really, because there are some forks. I think Double Zero and Gorbaggio or something like that. Both of those are things that I'm going to look into today. Just kind of because I heard about them, I saw it, and it just makes me kind of curious. What if they're thinking that? What are we not doing, or what are we not paying attention to? So I'm gonna do some research into that and kind of have an answer for it. But the guy was chewy. He had some great takes. His one of his points were, how we talk about Solana meme coins, but when it talks about loyalty and holders and longevity on that, it's kind of showing that statistically there's a consistency with Ethereum. We kind of knew that. You got to think of Mog, Pepe, all of that kind of stuff, and Doge. Well, not Doge, but like just that era of meme coins. Those kind of like were the staples. Most of them have kind of sold off or just forgotten about. Maybe they'll come back again, like Shiba. I mean, it's not really out of the picture, but nobody really talks about those. So I don't know, any of the e-news, that kind of meta's gone. So I agree on that, and I've always kind of saw that Ethereum holders were a little bit older and more mature. So that's given Solana being half the age of Ethereum, if that, shows that we're newer, and there are going to be the growing pains. The argument of downtime and the network outages and all of that. I think we're like 500 plus days without that. We got Fire Dancer looming in the distance. That's going to stabilize the network even further. So like there's just so much on the development side, and it's good to have those because it starts to make me think like, all right, if I'm focused on X, Y, and Z, there's ABC that you got to start looking at again. Like, hey, what are they doing over at the foundation? What are they doing delivering? Building, all of that kind of stuff. But I don't know, it was a lot of good conversation. Got it all in by 11 o'clock, so that was good. So we do have to push back these kind of streams, so that's why I keep the flexibility with GM chat and the daily stream. Sometimes we're not even going to run them, but we're going to do it as best we can. I'm always trying to be active on the timeline, whether it's a space or a stream. I prefer streams, and I think we got another one cooking tomorrow with one of the one-on-one guests. I think we're going to tap in and talk about some different topics in Solana or on Solana. So exciting stuff coming up. But GM guys, welcome to GM Chat. I'm SMS, and we're here to start your day with Solana Made Simple, talking about Solana, Bitcoin, and what's going on in crypto and Web3 across the blockchain. Today's not going to be that long. Going to mostly look at charts just because it is a little bit later. Still need to get to the gym, and I might have something to do at 3 o'clock. Kind of waiting to hear back from those guys to see where we are on that. But couple opportunities coming up. I mean, these are more or less just speaking opportunities and networking, like I said. But that's what it's all about, man. If you find something, jump on there and add your take. You don't know how many followers, who's listening, who's tuning in, who likes what you have to say, or whatever the case is. But I believe that if you keep showing up, man, you'll wake up an overnight success one day. That's just the name of the game. All right, so we always start these off with quote of the day, so let's get into this one real quick. This one's pretty dope. The secret of your future is hidden in your daily routine. I mean, let that marinate for a second there. Let that marinate. Think about that. The secret of your future is hidden in your daily routine. And hold on one second. You got to think about it like this. Whatever your routine and your habits are, those are the things that like your body just wants to do. Your brain wants to push you in that direction, and that you don't have the control over, or you have complete control over, and that's what you choose to do. for people that have created bad habits and routines and stuff like that, are you not saving your money? Are you not putting it away? Are you, exiting too early? Whatever your habits typically are, whatever you do without thinking most of the time, and it turns out being a negative, it's because you've developed that, and that's what you were going to, like, the result of what you're going to be. If you're not taking the time to learn things and like do your research and kind of like be the sharpest tool in your shed, then that's kind of evident of where you're going to go. It's, you got to be trying and willing to fail. You got to be putting yourself out there, but improve your routine. Start with like small things. For me, I have like a wake up routine that goes into certain things that start to lead me into my day as far as what's going on in the market and stuff like that. But either your habits will pull you towards your goals or away from them. Small consistent actions you take each day, they'll shape your results, and you see tomorrow what that becomes. You build routines that align with where you want to go. Have an intention, a direction, a focus. That's the biggest thing. I heard people asking that question today. It's like they're asking, how do I become? How do I come? That's the wrong question. It's why do you want to do whatever you think you want to do? Like, figure that out, and then like how will become the answer. Like, you'll know exactly. If you don't have a why, like the how is different. If there is a why, then just start doing shit. Like, that's the space we're in. Have an idea, start doing stuff. Bottom line, you never know where it's gonna go. A script I wrote is like, birthed so many different ideas that I have now. Like, what else could I code? What else could I make, with this? And you never know where those things kind of go. But guys, I'm a master chef at Marinade Finance, talking about Solana DeFi, why we're the #1 staking protocol on Solana, and why you should go protect your bag and put it over there. There's plenty of fucking reasons. We'll get into it, in another space. We are going to be, like I said, keeping this a little bit shorter, but I'm also the content marketing lead at DD Gaming Labs. So shout out to Scrolly Feed. It's the game that's basically our flagship game right now. A lot of updates, a lot of improvements, constantly taking some suggestions and feedback from the Discord. So if you guys want to be involved in that and play a fun game, we got some IP rights with Bonk. So we have a Bonk game in there. We've also got a new game where it's like the running shooter games where you see online all the time. But this one's completely ours. We're able to customize it and build it out there. And I mean, I'm so excited about the progress of this entire company, the team, the interns, the ambassador program type thing, the partnerships that are coming out. There's over 1 million people in the future that are going to be exposed to this game through a partnership that's coming in the distance. I mean, I've reached out to you guys. There's a lot of you people that want to find a job, want to find a way to do things in here, and we were asking for people to become interns. I see people that are they have to go back to other means for income because like they don't want to do the small thing, and I'm like, bro. Marinade Finance literally was a small idea birthed in a hacker house or hackathon or whatever it is. For people that are like disregarding these smaller builders that are in the space for the last 5 years, still building, still believing, getting awards, getting recognition, getting followed and supported from the top kind of people in Solana, like the Foundation, Super Team UK, like that should tell you that there's a little bit of juice in there worth the squeeze. So if you're in a position where you're trying to find some opportunity, I'm always looking for a content creator that's proactive and creative and doesn't have to really be told to do something. We can build from there as long as you're willing and you have an idea or you have something, we can kind of take it from there. And it's been a lot of fun for me to see these guys grow and help make other people's dreams come true. And that's one of the things that is my favorite. We build in public. We're a community run company, and there's big things looming in the distance and partnerships, like I said. So pay attention to DD Gaming Labs and Scrolly Feed. Those guys are really, really stepping it up. But also a member of the Zeus working group, hanging out with the Zeus network team, talking a little bit about why Bitcoin on Solana makes so much sense, guys. It's a no-brainer. It's literally the easiest play in the book. If you're behind on Bitcoin, start stacking Solana, stake it, earn some Bitcoin on the side. Boom, you got some DeFi opportunities because you can use regular Solana or liquid staking token MSOL from Marinade Finance because of the partnership. Let's take a quick peek at that so you guys can get a better understanding about what I am talking about. That was supposed to be queued up.
Now quickly, looking at the lob, Zion's there. Plays it ahead of more. Now quickly, looking at the lob.
All right, guys, definitely pay attention over there. We just had another campaign with an airdrop for eligible people that have, done some of the quests getting into there. Get on Galaxy and check it out. Zeus Network is cooking, guys. They got a lot of different stuff going on, like upgraded Apollo, which is basically the way to get your Bitcoin onto Solana. And there's other opportunities that are, down that pipeline. But let's take a look at this clip too. Definitely, guys, check it out. I mean, it's one of those things. The end game is Bitcoin, and if you can get there faster with Solana, why wouldn't you want to take that opportunity? So check it out with Loopscale. There was a little announcement there. There's a ton of announcements between all of these projects. So make sure you guys are tapped into the timeline. On my link or on my bio, there's a link tree. I put all of my content out on X, YouTube, Instagram, and what am I forgetting? TikTok. Usually the shorts, I've been kind of taking a step back because I was working on some long form, other things outside of this. Really putting together this whole entire SMS, what the hell I'm doing in this space, why I'm here, and what I can provide for anybody tuning in, and the kind of people I can onboard with explaining relatable like terms. Like, a bank account is very similar to an online bank account is very similar to having a crypto wallet as far as signing in. That's a way to get people to understand. Going mobile friendly is always been like the vision here. We got Solana Mobile coming out, so you can get people to be like, look, grab this. You got a wallet in there. Shout out to Soulflare with the Seed Vault. There's so many benefits for people to learn about this, and it's exciting to talk about. Typically, staking wasn't the most exciting thing in the world for people to talk about, but there's a reason why. It was typically boring, and people just they didn't trust it. The most wealthiest people stake their money. The people that are trying to create wealth, they don't stake any of their money. You know what I mean? Like, it's a crazy dynamic that we see here. But the reason you want to stake is you protect your bag, especially or specifically with Solana. I'll beat that to a dead in the horse or a dead in the head on that one. But let's take a quick look at the recap with this here. It tells you a little bit about what's going on with Marinade Finance for those that you don't know or don't pay attention. This kind of breaks it down. If you guys got questions, put them in the chat, DM me. Always available. But the best thing you could do is to go to the bio and get into the Marinade community, the Marinade chefs in there. We're almost at 200. I think we're like right below there. Yeah, Marinade chefs are sitting at 182. Trying to crack that 200. Might have a nice little giveaway for you guys for the people that get in there. But we'll see how that plays out. But I appreciate the support nonetheless. Let's take a quick look at this.
I was glued to the charts. Every dip felt like the bottom. Every pump, just the beginning. But it never was. I lost sleep. I lost some soul. Then, I lost myself. Until I didn't. There was another way. I didn't have to chase green candles. I could make my soul work for me. Marinade staking. Instead of betting on meme coins, validators were competing for my stake. Hundreds of them, competing for the highest rewards. But not everyone gets my stake. Only the best earn it. No downtime, no shortcuts. Sam automatically delegates my stake to the top validators. Miss the APY threshold? No stake. Underperform? Bonds protect my rewards. And the best part? It works for both liquid and native staking. It's time to stop playing the game and start stacking wins. Minimize risk, maximize rewards. Marinade staking.
Yeah, for the record, guys, I'm actually going to end this quick, jump into this space because we have the 25 million Marinade project migrate where, let's see, let me just share this tab in here. Wait, let me see if this works. I don't know if this is going to actually play out the right way, but we'll try.
And it's an opinion vote, so we want to
Perfect.
see what community wants. So there's going to be options from 10, 20, 30, up to 50% burn. But I think it's massive. Massive.
That's what she said.
Uniki, you there? What do you think? What do you think about 50% burn?
Good. Sorry. Someone is this is whatever. I don't know if I should say this or not, but yeah, someone is literally messaging us right now about like whatever, wanting to get into MNDE, and I'm like trying to get back to them on it because it is literally aligned with what we're talking about right now. But yeah, the burns are the point of like the burn conversation is not necessarily like the value of the burn to the token. It's about the value of holders being part of the decision-making process. Like you guys are putting together, as an MNDE holder, like you're putting proposals together and you're voting on them. If you want to burn 50% of the token, like you can. You want to burn 10% of the token, you can. 50% burn, I probably hope that doesn't pass, right? But hey,
dude, this is exactly what I wanted to do.
The MNDE holders can do what they want to do. So it's feeling that sense of alignment of incentives, right? It's like we want the token to be successful. We want Marinade to earn more revenue, and it directly benefiting each other throughout. This is long overdue. We're very excited for it. Having revenue starting to go directly to the Marinade treasury, the 50% buyback, like this is being around for so long. We're able to see what works and doesn't work. And it's been kind of cool to have like just a purely governance token for this many years. And now this far in being like, okay, we understand what makes a successful like DeFi protocol token and what doesn't. And like now being able to adjust this far in, right? And get incentives aligned for what we've seen has worked in the past.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this has been really long overdue, and we're about to change that, improve our communication, governance, and the entire narrative around the MND token. And we're also aware that there isn't maybe enough liquidity, or the liquidity on MND is something we need to improve as well, plus the listings and perps right now, right? So you cannot trade it properly. So that's something we're about to improve. So bear with us. There are more news coming. Just yesterday, MND was listed on the biggest fintech app, sort of like Robinhood, what you have in the US. So it was listed in Revolut, a favorite European fintech app, where you can already buy MND today. So anyone have access to Revolut, you can go and buy spot MND there. So yeah, that's something we're also working on.
Yeah, the listings is an important aspect of this all as well. It's another thing that we have. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit of echo through you, Boo. It's like I'm hearing myself a little bit.
It's better now?
It is better now. What kind of operation are you running here, man? I'm going in and out. I'm answering messages during the spaces. I was 2 minutes late. Now there's echo. It's just
sorry, man.
Man, it's no, it's me too. You know the term Bush League? Did they say Bush League in Europe as well?
I don't know what that is.
Bush League is like think like semi-pro. It's kind of like you're playing like it's like a beer league sort of. Like it's
okay.
It's not serious. So when let's say, so Alex Rodriguez, when he was on the Yankees, he was running past the third baseman, right? Like who was about to catch a ball, and he swatted the ball out of his hands and knocked it to the ground. That's like hysterical, but it's considered like Bush League. Like you can't believe someone in professional baseball is doing this. That someone in like a beer league would do. So that's what Bush League is.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
A lesson to all my non-US folks in here.
We're trying to run
That's funny.
a Premier League. That's football, like soccer in American, right?
Yeah,
So-
boo. I know what Premier League is. Come on, man. Premier League. I know what that is.
That's
But yeah, okay. So let me check the comments to see if anyone's responded. But I think you guys are getting the idea here. Like it's more listings, we're aligning incentives, we're fixing liquidity issues, we're updating the token to match a $2 billion, TVL protocol. You guys are getting the idea. We are very excited about this initiative. It is long overdue. And I'm hoping that this sets a precedent, that it's like moving past the idea of tokens being just like speculatively tied to the success of the company and then being directly tied to the success of the company. Because I mean, even the way that equity worked in other companies and stock obviously completely separate, those are like highly speculative in ways they can sell. It's like find a way, through the power of Solana, right, to have like tokenized ownership, or at least the feel of tokenized ownership be directly related to the success of the company, like the actual amount of revenue being made. It's kind of a big for everyone. All right, I'm looking at comments here. When dev update deck screener, that's not helpful, Curb. People are saying it smells good in here. Oh, Jasper, good question. Okay, so this is feedback that we expected. I've been staking with Marinade for several years, no rewards for existing holders. I've never received any M&D. Just wondering if I should have done something different, missed something, and not receiving M&D either way. Appreciate the service. Thank you for not being mean about that. I was expecting that to get meaner towards the end,
Yeah, that's
but
solid
you didn't.
take.
You were super respectful, which I can appreciate. Expect separate campaigns for that. Right now, we're trying to get some new blood in here. You're currently enjoying the highest APY yield on the market. That being said, I know that that's not a good enough response, right? That it's just the highest APY. I know that you want to feel rewarded as a longtime supporter of Marinade. We want to get new blood in here first for those initiatives, and then we'll have different initiatives based on, people. And again, there's no promises on exact amounts or timings or anything, but we already talked about this. If we're doing an initiative to support people migrating, we eventually have to do initiatives for people that have been supporting us for the past 4 years as well. So don't stress that. I understand how at first glance you can be like, what the heck, man? But don't, no stress there. We are very aware of that feedback. And look, Scott's here. Hey, Scott.
Hello. Pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
I love that you're joining these spaces now.
I actually put a reminder on my calendar, but it's the first half is one of my weekly meetings with BitGo, one of our partners.
I was supposed to be there too, right?
Yes. So
like I said, guys, but we're Bush League.
So we divide and conquer.
Absolutely. Yeah. How's BitGo going?
BitGo was great. They've over the past week and a half, I think they brought on roughly $10 million USD for the migrate campaign. So that was pretty exciting. And then we're gearing up for Select being launched. So last week, I think we got through contracts and we finished the integration for Select. And for anyone that doesn't know what Select is a very specific validator set that's geared towards the institutions. So, we have MSOL for liquid staking. We have native staking through the stake auction marketplace. And our third option is Select. And that's really geared towards ETF providers, ETP, and anyone that needs to be super compliant. So what we've done is over the past, 6+ months, we've built out a program where we have 30 of the top Solana validators that have been around for a very long period of time, that have proven themselves to be some of the most technical, competent teams out there. And we take these 30 validators, and instead of putting them in a stake auction marketplace, there is just a deal of each of these validators
All right, I
our
gotta
KY
fix that. I
Feed,
gotta
our KY
find a way
Seed,
to do.
and we know their business. So that at the highest levels of compliance within the U.S., you can now stake your ETFs and not have a problem. So we're really excited about that, and especially that this is going live in a qualified custodian here in the U.S. So that's pretty exciting to see that that's moving along pretty nicely. Great call overall for the long answer there. Sorry, and thank you.
Oh yeah, thanks for the update. That's really exciting and good news. We only have 4 minutes left, Nikki. What do we talk about? Are there any more questions there?
I'm looking to see if there's more now. I responded to Jasper, who actually just sent me a DM. Jasper, I see your DM. I appreciate it, brother. Let me see. No, just people hyping us up. Just people saying nice things, throwing chef hats out there and all that.
Nice.
So I would say for, like I said, call to actions, go see how much you can get for migrating. I know a lot of you are already in Marinade, and that's why you're here. So the migrate specifically doesn't apply as much to you. But hey, go talk to friends, people within your network. Let them know about the migrate campaign. Like I said, maybe they'll hook you up for delivering the news. And yeah, remember that the whole point of all of this is alignment of incentives. So you should feel incentivized and rewarded for helping Marinade grow their revenue and their TVL, right? Especially as M&D holders and Marinade stakers. So I would say that's the big call to action: is spread the news on migrate, spread the news on M&DE, or don't spread the news on M&DE if you want to keep it to yourself. I understand that as well. But yeah, I keep emphasizing this. These are sweeping changes happening, long overdue. And I think a lot of people, at least initially, it's kind of like, all right, Marinade's been around for a long time. M&DE's been around for a long time. I kind of want to see it to believe it. Well, that's fine. Like you're going to be seeing it because these changes are happening. And I believe we're going to be positioned with M&DE to be one of the most efficient tokens on the market. And by efficient, I mean real alignment between company, DAO, revenue, M&DE. No more of this Fugazi stuff.
Fugazi.
I fucking love this dude.
Fugazi. You guys got a lot of Italians in Prague?
Fugazi.
Not really. I don't know.
Not really. Aren't you guys like driving distance? You just drive over to Italy whenever you want?
Well, yeah, you can do that. Like I did that a few times for skiing. But usually when you go more to the south, you take a plane to something like Milan, Rome, places like that. Your ancestors are from Italy, right, Nikki?
Yes. Half of mine are.
Nice.
So I'm a bit of a mutt. They call me a pizza bagel in the US. Sky, like that one.
Yeah, it's a classic.
It is a classic.
Pizza bagel.
Yeah, classic pizza bagel from New Jersey.
More like pizza matzo.
Yeah, you could do pizza matzo as well. Not nearly as
That's
delicious
pretty good.
as a pizza bagel, though.
Only on Passover, though.
Only on Passover. We got Jeremy with the sports car coming up as a speaker. Jeremy, you're making me nervous. What do you got for me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Can you hear me good?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
Okay.
I hear you semi-good.
I'm actually on speaker in a hotel right now. You know what? I showed up late, so sorry to everybody for showing up late here. But I own a rather large position of Marinade, and I believe in Marinade. Are you guys migrating to a different ticker or something like that? I'm just now catching wind of this.
Oh no.
Oh, absolutely not. No, don't worry about that.
Okay. No,
Some nice anxiety for your morning at the hotel.
What's that? I'm sorry.
Gave you a nice little shot of anxiety for whatever your morning is over at the hotel.
Dude,
No.
You know what? This is actually, I'm going to be honest with you. This is my largest holding. And I am just like, well, I just came up here wondering exactly what was going on. And I wanted to be respectful to everybody here. But I just want to let you know that I extremely believe in what you guys are doing. And, giving a high yield for Solana. Solana is really big. I think we're going to $700 on it. But I just wanted to make sure that you guys weren't migrating, because I saw migrate
Oh
to a different ticker or something crazy like that, because dude, I got a lot of money wrapped in this shit.
That'd be a bad day.
That'd
So
be-
Jeremy,
Yeah.
this is perfect, brother. I'm glad you're here. Were you here for the buyback portion and the what we're doing with revenue now, or no?
Okay, so I saw that there was a 5 to 50%, and
That's the burn. That's the burn, and then
Yes.
there's and the buyback is 50%.
Okay, do we have any dates or proposal deadlines on the vote?
So the votes,
For-
I will.
for which
I'll be
piece?
putting the votes to Realms to the next week. I want to have all of them lined up, so it's just like 4 votes, and you do it just once in the week, so you don't have to really care too much. But if you have a bunch of MND, you should definitely use that for voting, because you're going to be a part of the active staking program.
Okay, and is it a website or your?
We're on Realms right now, which is
Can somebody send me a DM of where I'm supposed to vote for, and I'll handle it?
absolutely, yeah. We'll
Okay.
send you a DM.
Okay, well, like I said, I wanted to be respectful of everybody else's time that has been sitting here and listening. And if you guys have anything other than what I asked to discuss, then by all means. But I appreciate your time.
Jeremy,
Well, we also
dude,
wanted
love
to thank you. Yeah, thank you
Okay.
for being a believer in Marinade.
Oh,
you know,
100%, man.
without you, we can't accomplish our goals. So thank you very much. And if we could do anything to improve and be better, let us know.
Okay, thanks for bringing me on stage. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jeremy.
no worries, man. Jeremy, you can do your thing. I'm gonna give the quick rundown again in case you miss it. So no, we're not migrating the token itself. The migrate campaign is about rewarding MNDE to those who migrate Solana off of other staking platforms to Marinade. Now
Okay, wonderful.
yeah, that's that portion. But now the important part of that is, and I'm going to try to go through this quick because TVL and revenue goes up, and that's about the proposals that are already passed or about to pass. Remind me.
They're gonna be, hopefully they're gonna be all passed, but they're still proposals.
Okay, so the proposals are 2 things. One is all Marinade revenue, right, that we get from TVL and our staked SOL, going to the MNDE treasury. 50% of that from that treasury being used to buy back the token. And then on top of that, we're going to have the active rewards. It's active staking rewards of MNDE. So anyone voting on proposals will also be rewarded with MNDE. So as things stand right now, we have MNDE as a governance protocol token with no direct ties to revenue. Now it'll be entirely tied to revenue, right? Because as revenue comes in, all of that money goes to the MNDE treasury. 50% of that is used for buybacks of the token. So you should feel directly aligned with the success of Marinade. That is what we want.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it's excellent. Love the incentives.
Thank you so much, Nikki, for an overview. I think we're a bit over time, and I have to get on a call with market makers. So thanks for wrapping up, and thank you guys for joining. Really appreciate it. And yeah, let's talk to you guys next week. Thank you.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, sounds good.
Bye.
Well, you guys heard it first. So the focus is sweeping changes with Migrate, getting people to migrate their stake positions over to Marinade Finance and incentivizing the people that are staking there, doing so with the migrating campaign, and as well as the Marinade governance token, giving, I guess, power back and incentivizing, the holders. So there's an aligned incentive on that end. So that's really good to see. The goal is to be the most efficient and most alignment with real alignment, where it's DAOs and all of that kind of stuff as well. You guys probably going to clip some of that. That's why I wanted to catch these streams. I wasn't sure if that was going to play the volume back, but now that I know that I can tap into streams and I can do the audio stuff, and we're going to work and let this cook a little bit more. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let's go over and take a look at the price action so I can get the fuck out of here and get to the gym, and then we'll see where we're at later on today. But just to reiterate what they were going over in that, the proposal for governance rewards increased buybacks. This proposal aims to boost governance participation and refine Marinade tokenomics. Increase buybacks, launch a governance reward program. Active staking rewards are part of that. We also have the target timeline aiming for the end of August and open for discussion. The link is right here in that in the what's it called, the thread. And then you have the Realms link down here at the bottom. And I tagged Nikki and the guy Jeremy. Shout out to you and appreciate the support, homie. That's what we're here for. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. And let's go ahead and play this real quick. Which one we want to go to? Dan, we pretty much, I need to get some new content for you guys. Let's just play this. Play this.
Noah! Larry, what the hell are you doing?
Larry!
Larry, you can't just. Oh,
Larry! Oh, are you all right? How did
Larry!
All right, let's get into this, guys. We're gonna take a look at Bitcoin and see what's cooking over here. I'm honestly thinking that my targets are a little bit low. I think we're extremely low. Maybe 200,000 is in the ballpark in the next couple months. But things are charging up, looking pretty good. We got a couple of different spots that I circled here where I saw a little pattern kind of forming. Repeating patterns like boom, 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 boom. We see this legging up over and over and over again, following the trend. It's literally just staying extremely consistent. Hold on, the fucking sound again. I don't know why it does this, but we're not having that. All right, let's go to the hour, take a little closer look at Bitcoin. All right. Things are looking good over here. Again, this is the channel that I created, and I extended it once we dipped below, and I said, look, we're going to bounce somewhere around here. We surely did. See these points that are circled, and then it started climbing back up, continuing the trend on its own. You can kind of see right here, this was depth from this gap fill. Once we filled the gap right there, we just measured that distance down there on the bottom of the leg. We chart that, and we see how high we're going to go up. Look where it went, exactly right there. So we filled that gap all the way. This gap right here kind of shows you where the next part of it would go, but it just continued cruising. So we came up, we went all the way up to 123 right here, came back, dipped all the way back down. It came up, almost touched it again. Now we're back down, revisiting maybe 120, 121 right now, something like that. So if this does come down, maybe 120 and it bounces off there, continuing to trend up, things look good. I love the position. I think things are you couldn't be happier, honestly. Like, look at where we're at. So let's take a look at Solana. Solana is more of the conversation, and you saw the biggest move going on, but we knew this was going to happen. I mean, this was pretty easy to see. I charted this out just kind of speculatively, looking like, all right, maybe once we're right here, we should expect this to go boom and kick up, and it just did a little bit of a dip before the kick up. I mean, spot the fuck on. We put our question mark in here just to see exactly what was going on, because I figured, look, if we don't break above this and bounce on this line, and the only reason I have this line is from the previous support resistance breakout points, so I just created that intersection, drew it across here, and I said, well, looks like we got a decision to make here, and it started to, and it got rejected. We see our lines here, and it's within a few dollars. It doesn't have to be exact, but it definitely rejected right there, and you can probably trace that back to previous price history. Seeing the breakdown, see where it catches. Again, it's right in line with what we're looking at, give or take a few bucks. That's why we want to have a little bit lower leverage when we are trading on day-to-day or weekly swings, so we have room for that volatility to add to our positions. That's how I play it, at least. And I just kind of saw this formation right here. I typically just use the MACD and the RSI, right? So when I see the red flipping over to green, I start to look at the blue, the orange lines for the signal. I start to, follow the RSI. We're up at like 70. So this looks like we're coming down. Anything over 70 is overbought. So that means that sellers are going to start to step in, and you're seeing that already. You're seeing these leg downs. That's what happens. Bottom line, like when you have a huge run up here, 70 and 30 are good marks on the RSI to follow. I don't do a lot of extra technicals. I don't do a lot of other indicators. I don't use Bollinger Bands or any of the EMAs. I just simply do that. I would say study them and get to understand what they do, why they are there, why people use them, because it can kind of give you an idea. And it's not the worst thing. It's just whatever works for you. So following this, again, we saw we had to make a decision here. It bounced up here. It followed pretty much what we're looking at. I mean, these are pretty parallel. If you ask me, it's just a matter of timing. That's why you don't try to time the market. You just want time in the market. It's pretty simple stuff there. But we like it. We like what we're seeing right here. Let's go down to the closer, because people are asking me about day trading kind of numbers and looking at it. And I think we're going to come down before we go up. But we got to see where we're at. So on the day trade, excuse me, this isn't too bad. This could be, working its way back up here to the 200 area. And you could swing that. Higher leverage, probably be able to hit that. You have a nice reversal forming right here. It is getting stopped here for rejection, and that's the same point right here where you had support. So you look back here, support again, and I'm curious as to see how much. All right, so you see where this broke out up to the upside up here. It's right where we're at here. We're getting a little bit of a green candle on the 3 minutes, so like, don't take this as anything crazy. But if we can break over top here, then you should start legging up like this and then getting back up to 200. But this is going to be your point right here, 197 ish, 198. Once we flip over top of that, it looks like we're going to get it. I mean, these are gapped out. Like when you see a huge gap in between the blue and the orange on your MACD, typically it just means that there's a lot of buyers. It's really bullish. It's going to continue to trend up. As far as playing this position, low leverage, if you can get in here, or high leverage, however close you're paying attention to it, whatever time you got and money you can, play with. Yeah, sure, why not long this for a little bit and see if you can get this up to 200. Just keep the leverage in check and be willing to add to the position if you do go down, so you can, buy back in if it does revisit these targets right here. Because I mean, it could simply just reject and come back. But we're gonna watch this play out. But if it keeps going right here, you should be working your way back up to 200 pretty easily. All right, so watch Bitcoin to see where that moves. So we'll typically follow it. I mean, it's obviously outpacing it on the dailies, but overall, you got to look at the bigger picture. You're trying to make, a couple dollars for French fries, or you want to buy the whole fucking McDonald's. Like, that's the mindset you had to go into thinking about this. And look, we're moving up here. So this is if this can go over top this one, I mean, there's not much that's going to stop it to get back into this 200 range. So careful with the market. It is, around lunchtime on the East Coast. Typically, you see volatility, and then after this, you see positions start to form. That's something I've seen with day trading, because people are moving their money quickly. So this is moving up. If you were able to get in where we were just talking about this, that would have been that good long. You're up to 198.60. So it looks like it wants to make that move. It's continued to climb up, and we'll see how that plays out over time. But let's take a look at some meme coins since let's see. What time is it? Nah, fuck it. We're not looking at meme coins. We can look at them another day. But Solana looks good, man. I wouldn't really worry too much about it if you're, you're still probably early in the long term of things. If you're trading it on the daily, you're already up to, a point where it's a little sketchy because it can go up or down right here. You got to wait till it decide what it wants to do. And these aren't my favorite entry points right here. So find your position. Don't chase. Let it come to you. Find these points of support and resistance, intersecting lines of, previous price history, and should shape up pretty well. We'll go from there. But yeah, like I said, I was watching the market. I just kind of saw this thing coiling up, and I was like, yo, we're about to send. I think I called it. No, this is 173. It was like right here. Yeah, I called it right here, and you guys can see what it did. Simple stuff, guys. Once you get something that works, don't really deviate from that. Be willing to learn, be willing to be wrong, but find something that works and keep using it. Keep reiterating that. When you deviate from what you know, because you're FOMOing and you're following somebody else's advice, that can typically burn you because you don't know what they do in certain situations. You got to get your game plan down, execute it if you're going to be doing day trading and high frequency trading like that. But if you want to keep it simple, stake it with Marinade Finance. You can protect your bag and use the BTC Soul for dual asset accumulation strategies to up your Bitcoin bag. Why not? But Migrate, you're getting a sweet deal with this. Maybe we'll jump on the daily stream later, talk a little bit more about Migrate and Marinade in general. I could be doing a space at 3 o'clock today or tomorrow. I'm not exactly sure. I haven't heard back from that team. We'll see. You guys will see me in the timeline when we figure that out. But I'm going to wrap this up and get myself out to the gym. I appreciate you guys tuning in. We are just a little bit early on the hour, but longer than I actually anticipated. So I want to thank you so much for your support, and shout out to you guys that